Did you get the mail? You'll never believe who I just ran into on the street. Any guesses? The postman? Thank you for playing, but no. Remember the bus trip we almost made to Chicago? Well, the ex-con, the driver we picked up along the road, Roger Barnett, passed me on the sidewalk. He said, "Remember me?" It took me a second, but I did. He looks good, healthy, especially compared to the last time we saw him. Why are you looking at me like that? Mail? It's mostly bills, so why should you care? Because we need to pay them? Here, I think there's one in there for me. Give me a second to take my hat off. Oh, and Lois was in the elevator. It looked like she had been crying. Did you refuse her again? Or Beau dumped her, from what I heard. Be ready, she'll start batting her eyelashes at you again. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask her out. Oh, is that what you want? What do you think? Here's a letter. Jeepers creepers! Hardly, listen to this. Dear Miss Stocking, excuse sloppy handwriting. I am very weak. Name is Shirley Baker. My life is in danger. Under order of so-called doctor. Never diagnosed, but I'm dying. By the time you get this letter, I might already be gone. Don't know what is wrong with me. I suspect someone is slowly poisoning me to death. Please help me. I'll reward you at the end. Come to address on envelope. Please hurry. S.B. Is that some kind of prank? It looks legit. Postmark and everything. What do we do? We go, of course. Where is it? Address says Dormont. Should we go now? We don't have any appointments, so yeah, I guess. Let's stop by the police station and talk to Morelli first. If it's homicide, he needs to know. Let me grab my coat and hat. Does your car have a full tank of gas? In this economy, what do you think? So you see, it sounds like she's in danger. We need to help her. Can you find anything on this Shirley Baker person? Jenkins, get in here, pronto. Yeah, Sarge. Run a trace on someone named Shirley Baker in Dormont. Here's the envelope with the full address. On it. Right. Now, how do you know this isn't some sort of setup or a joke of some sort? We can check it out at least. We won't go in, promise. And if it looks like something shady, we'll beat it right on out of there before we get in trouble. I can't send backup with you right now, so you're on your own. Don't be stupid. With most people, I don't need to say that, but with you two, I feel like I ought to. Call me when you find out anything. Now, scram. We raced out of the police station and drove over to Dormont to find Shirley Baker's home. It was on a side street lined with trees. We scoped out the neighborhood in the safety of Hardley's car before getting out. In my head, I expected to see some grungy, abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town, but so far, this looked more like the real deal and not some elaborate scheme to snuff out Hardley and me. We didn't have that many enemies. A tired-looking woman, probably in her late 20s, with a messy permanent wave, answered the door. I've told you, door-to-door salesman, that I don't want to be bothered. See the sign? No soliciting. Go away. Oh, we're not here to sell anything. We're, old friends of Shirley's and came to see if she would like to have lunch with us. Old friends, huh? I don't know what you two are up to, but Shirley is my twin. We know the same people, we have the same friends, and you are not friends of hers. Even I don't know all of my siblings' friends, and we were inseparable as kids. Is Shirley even here? Fine. You want to know what's going on with Shirley? My sister is sick. Nobody knows what's wrong with her. She could die any day. I'm sorry. I won't say I know what you're going through because every situation is different, but I've been there. Would it be okay if we saw her to say our goodbyes? You don't give up, do you? Please? I'll give you 5 minutes. It's almost time for her lunch anyway. If I can even get her to eat. First door on your left. Thank you, we won't be long. We rushed upstairs before Martha changed her mind and kicked us out of the house. Part of me was flabbergasted that she even let us in the house. We're not very convincing liars sometimes. We found Shirley's room, door ajar, and knocked softly. In bed was Martha's look-alike. Shirley's skin had a greenish pallor to it. Her lips were peeling and dry, and the dark circles under her eyes were obvious in the dimly lit room. "Shirley?" "It's me, Lacey Stocking. I got your letter this very morning and rushed over here. We don't have much time. Tell me, if you can, what we can do to help you."
"Real doctor. The man is a quack."
"You want us to get you a real doctor to come here?"
"Yes."
"Do you have any idea who might be doing this to you?"
"No, but sorry, I'm very weak."
"Don't apologize. Want some water?"
No water."
"I can get you a fresh glass from the bathroom. Be right back." "I know you can't talk, but do you know who might want to hurt you? Any enemies? Does anyone stand to inherit if you die?"
"No. Top drawer. Letters. Found them in my fiancé's house. Take them. Read them. Come back to help me. But please, doctor first."
"Here's some fresh water. Take small sips. There you go. Better?" As Hardley helped Shirley drink water, I rummaged through the top drawer of Shirley's dresser and found a small stack of papers held together with a paperclip. On top of the dresser, I noticed several bottles which I thought were prescriptions, but quickly realized they were herbal concoctions prescribed by someone named Alfred Peabody. No MD anywhere in sight. I heard footsteps down the hallway and shoved the papers in my purse and motioned for Hardley that we needed to go. "We'll be back no matter what." "It was good to see you, Shirley. I hope you get better soon." "Oh, hello. I didn't know we had company. I'm Walter, Shirley's fiancé." "Lacey, and this is Hardley. Can we talk to you for a minute?" Sure. Is it okay, sweetheart?" It looks like she's asleep. We can go out in the hallway so we don't disturb her." "What can I do for you?" "We're old friends. Do you know what's wrong with her?" "Oh, yeah? How do you know Shirley?" I'm sorry?" "We're late for an appointment. How long has Shirley been sick?" It's been coming on gradually for the past month." "Any other people live in the house or come inside the house?" "Well, it's a very busy household. A housekeeper, a repairman, the doctor, and family." "Who's the doctor?" "You sure do ask a lot of questions. Dr. Peabody deals with natural remedies and such. Nice gent. Bit out there, but his heart is in the right place." "Is he a real doctor?" "You two still here? You should go. Shirley needs food and rest." "We'll show ourselves out." The first thing I did when I got back to the office was to call my doctor to see if he could stop by to pay Shirley Baker a visit. He couldn't do it, but said he would have a nurse call around in the Dormont area to see if anyone was available. I liked that he had a sense of urgency about the matter when I told him that Shirley believed she was being poisoned. The next thing I did was to call Morelli and give him a heads up about the situation. Shirley was about to eat lunch, or try to, at least. She's in bad shape. Once I hear back from the doctor's office, we're going to head back over. Can you send someone out? I'm afraid she'll die before the end of the day." "Is she really that bad off?" "I'm afraid so. She told me about some letters she had found in her fiancé's house that I haven't read over yet." "Right. I'll let you get to that while I find someone who isn't being crushed with paperwork. I would go myself, but I can't do it right this minute." "Stay in touch." Let's read these letters. Let's see. "Dear Walter, you can deny it all you want, but I know you feel it too. There is a fire between us that burns hot. My passion for you consumes me. Maybe you can't see it yet, but we're meant to be together. Don't deny me this."
Blech.
That sounds like it came out of some trashy romance novel. And how would you know that? Read trashy romance novels in your spare time, do you? Read some more. I need a good laugh. Okay. "My dearest Walter, Last night at the club, you brushed against me while we danced with other people. My body tingled with delight. Oh, good gravy. That's corny. Please don't tell me you didn't feel it too. We belong together, not with our so-called sweethearts. I promise you this. One day I will make you mine. Pretty soon we'll both be free of what stands in our way. Blah, blah, blah. Ugh. Who wrote them? No name given, not even an initial. Handwriting is simple and clear, paper is plain, no fancy stationery, possibly trying to conceal her identity. But all the letters are pretty much the same, a confession of love, an obsessive sort of love, or lust as the case may be. So, someone is gaga for Walter. I wonder if he knows who it is. It sounds like they run in the same circle, so I guess so. If Walter's feelings are the same as the letter writer's, then we have our suspect. But Shirley and Walter aren't even married. Getting out of that situation is as easy as an awkward conversation. No need to poison someone. Keep him in mind. He did say the house was busy. Maybe it's the housekeeper. With detective agency, in a jam, I'm your man. Oh, hey, Doc. You found a doctor near the Baker's house, and they're going over there right now? Right, thanks. We'll keep in touch. In a jam, I'm your man? That's the best you can come up with? I'm a detective, not an ad man. Anyway, a doctor over in Dormont is on his way to visit Shirley. I'll call Morelli and tell him to meet us over there. By the time Hardley and I arrived, there was a commotion going on outside of the house. Morelli and Jenkins were there, acting as referees. We raced over to see what was going on. You're not even a licensed doctor. You need to leave, now. From now on, she's under my care. Just exactly what concoctions are you feeding this woman? It's a proprietary tonic to boost the immune system. Like what, Dr. Peabody? You should be ashamed of yourself pretending to be a doctor. Listen, Doctor or Mr. Peabody or whoever you are, you either tell us what you put in those bottles now, or you'll do it down at the station. Got me? Well, if you must know, it's just a mix of ginseng, ginger, and echinacea. Ecca what? Never mind. Can it kill her? Hold on, Sarge. Unless he's making this tonic too potent, none of these ingredients should harm her. It might cause stomach discomfort, but that's about it. Are you sure? Quite. I don't believe in herbal medicines, but they're mostly harmless, unless one is allergic to the ingredients. She's not having any allergic reaction. Besides that, I would never do anything to harm another living soul. I'm not a monster. Doctor, the real doctor, have you checked on Shirley? I haven't been given the freedom to do so. I had access, but not the space to do it. We're here now, so let's go inside. We followed Morelli to the front porch where Martha came bursting out of the door, face red and clearly angry about something. I want all of you off my property this minute. Martha, your sister is sick and needs to go to a hospital right now before it's too late. And you need to mind your own business. I needed to distract Martha in some way so the police and the doctor could sneak past her and run upstairs to save Shirley. So I started walking up the porch steps and purposely tripped on the top one and fell into Martha, knocking the both of us over. Ow! Right, let's go. You did that on purpose. So help me God, I'll take you to court for this. For what? I tripped over your busted up stair and scuffed up my knee. I could take you to court and sue for damages to my person or whatever. Jenkins, call for an ambulance and make it snappy. What's going on? Walter, what timing? You're just the person I wanted to see. Shirley's taken a turn for the worse, I'm afraid. What? Oh, no. Hold it there, big guy. Let the doctor and the police handle this. We need to go inside and have a little talk. Yes, you too, Martha. Come on. Keep your hands off of me. This is my house and I'll tell you where to go. People tell us where to go all the time, but in this case, either do it our way or we'll let the cops handle it. Let's go, sister. Both of you, take a seat. I told you this is my house. Yeah, we know. The ambulance is here. Looks like Shirley will finally get the help she needs. Does that make you nervous, Walter? Me? Why would that make me nervous? I found these letters. They read like something out of a steamy romance. It appears you have a secret admirer. Or maybe to you it's not so secret. Were you trying to eliminate the obstacle in your way so you could be free to pursue another? That is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. There was no one else. But you know about the letters. I would like to check on my sister now that the ambulance is here. Nice try. Sit. Answer my question, Walter. Oh, of course I knew about the letters, but I don't know who sent them. They never came in an envelope, and they aren't signed. It almost sounds like you do know who they came from. What I don't understand is why would you try to kill off Shirley when you're not married? There's no legal entanglements. This isn't an arranged situation. You aren't a member of some aristocratic family where it might be social suicide to call off a wedding. What gives? Level with us. What is this nonsense you're talking about? Love letters. Shirley is sick. Being poisoned. That's absurd. No one mentioned poison. Walter, now's the time to come clean. I got the first letter 3 months ago. At first, I didn't know who wrote it, but eventually I figured it out after more letters came. I just want to go on the record that I am not in love with this person and that I have never stepped out on Shirley. Nor would I. Is that clear, Martha? Why are you all looking at me? You wrote the letters? What? I don't know. This is stupid. Walter is in. He's in. Walter, you love me, not her. We're meant to be together. It's our destiny. I see the way you look at me all the time. The way you brush up against me when we're together. I look at you because you're Shirley's twin, and sometimes I have to double check to make sure I'm talking to the right one. It doesn't help that you always dress the same. Which, I might add, you never did when I first met the both of you. I did this for us, and this is how you betray me? Martha, sit down. Calm down. No! Stop telling me what to do! Walter, come on, please. You know you want to be with me. I ignored the letters, hoping you would take the hint. I don't love you, Martha. Shirley is the love of my life. You need a rest, Martha. There's a sanitarium in upstate New York that might help. Hardly. Maybe you should walk Walter outside for some fresh air while I handle this one. The ambulance took Shirley away. The real doctor and the quack left, leaving only Morelli and Jenkins to help us. Right. I'm taking the bottles of these herbal tonics in to be analyzed. I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to find something that shouldn't have been in there. Now, tell me, to make it easy on all of us, what did you use to poison her? I want a lawyer. Ugh, figures. Jenkins, cuff her and put her in the car. We'll deal with her downtown. I'll see you two later. Shirley slipped into a coma for about a week while the poison left her system. Walter never left her side while she recovered. Once she was strong enough, she and Walter eloped and moved to Ohio, where Walter found a job. Because Shirley didn't die, Martha was charged with a lesser crime. She then had a complete mental breakdown and is now under the care of a psychiatrist in an undisclosed facility. Shirley sent us a check in the mail for our services, which made the both of us feel like heels. But we turned around and bought the newlyweds a wedding present with the money to ease our guilt.